Hi there, I just thought it was time I gave you a cottage garden update. I haven't shown you around for a little while. Lots of things have changed, lots of things have died back and new plants are coming through. So I'm just going to show you around and show you what we've done to the decking. The hollyhocks are out and they are absolutely beautiful. I just love the hollyhocks. I didn't realise that these were all the same colour. They're ones that I rescued from the allotment actually. The allotment next to me was being dug over actually with a digger, and there were lots of hollyhocks and things, so we just rescued as many small ones as we could. I've got a few pots down beneath them as well, with some cosmos which are about to burst into flower, so I'm hoping that will look really pretty too. So now most of the allium are over and they've died back and different things are coming up. And this is yarrow, which is lovely and is a nice healing plant as well. Also, again, we've got some cosmos and scabious at the bottom, and there are 2 or 3 plants there, as I've said before. Really, really pretty. Providing I keep deadheading them, they'll just keep coming back. This Hebe has just been absolutely stunning, and I wish I had shown you before really, because it's going over now, which is a shame, but it's been absolutely beautiful. And it doesn't get very big, which is ideal for this small size cottage garden because obviously space is limited. I have in a couple of times made mistakes by buying things that are a little bit too big, and then I've had to dig them up and give them away to people who've got a little bit more space. So the Clematis is out, and it's always been really beautiful, but this year it's been really hit hard with the black fly. As you can see, the horrible things. I've sprayed it a few times and they're still there, and it's really affected it, which is a shame. I need to go and get some different spray and see if I can get rid of them, because there's still a lot of flower heads to come, so hopefully we can rescue it. As you can see, the lupins are over now and I've cut them down, just left some of the leaves, but the daisies are out, so they've replaced them really. And then the Ami, which I'm so excited about, as I tried to grow it last year, nothing happened, but this year it's going to flower, which is going to be lovely. And it's kind of like a cow parsley, really delicate flower. Next to that, I've had some echinacea as well. That's the first year that's grown, and I can't remember what colour it is, but probably white, I would imagine, knowing me, because I kind of keep to those sort of whites and purples and that sort of colour palette. And again, at the other side, you can see this Ami is almost in flower, and just how lovely and graceful it is, and quite architectural really. So that's going to look beautiful when it's all out. I can just pan around and show you again. As I say, it's not a big area, but actually it doesn't have to be. You can make a cottage garden in the smallest of spaces and it works really well. So the other side of the garden, the rose has been out. This rose is really pretty. It's an apple blossom rose, and then the dark corner, the Gertrude Jekyll rose, has pretty much finished. There's just a couple flowers left. I've cut it back. I'm hoping to get a second flush of flowers at some point. And then down to the pond, and I actually have a water lily, which I'm really excited about. It's white with a yellow centre. It's closed at the moment, but as soon as the sun gets on it, it will open. So this is the state of the decking. Old, ugly, brown, stained. We have a very large deck, no purpose to it whatsoever. I'm constantly moving the tables and chairs, trying to make it look like something. It never works. And then at the weekend, we just decided to paint it. And we didn't just paint it, we built a pergola on it as well. And then suddenly it seems to have the sense of purpose and the sense of space. And although we've built a pergola, it feels bigger. I'm really, really pleased, because now it sort of feels like a room. And I'm just so thrilled that it's really worked. So it's not finished. I think we're going to put a roof on it so that we can leave the cushions and things out, and which would be really lovely because we're a bit lazy for putting the cushions out. And I'm going to get some butter muslin, and I'm going to hang curtains around the sides to keep the sun out, and just knot it, just gather it up and maybe put on some Velcro so I can just take it in the winter, put it through the washing machine, put it away. But yeah, just knot it and tie it back, and yeah, it feels really lovely. On the back wall, we've got 3 screens from a company called Screen with Envy, and just thought needed something like wall art really. So we put some marine ply and then a roll of plastic mirror, and yeah, put it onto the marine ply, put the screen on the top so it's really reflecting. I'll get a bit closer and you can see how it just reflects the light, and I'm just so pleased with how it's worked. It just brightens it up because there was a lot of brick, and yeah, and now it's reflecting all the colours, which is fabulous. So we had a wisteria growing up from behind the gate, and it was growing underneath the window above the patio doors. And when we built the decking at the weekend, we took the bottom row of the wisteria and we wired it across the deck, and it looks like it's been there forever, but it's only been there a few days. But that's great, I'm really pleased. It hasn't flowered yet, and it probably won't for a couple of years, but just that bit of green just gives it some sort of nice feeling. It just feels lovely. So in the other corner of the decking, because it is quite a large area, we've put the day bed, and I put some cosmos I grew into a pot, and they just look so delicate there. I'm so pleased with them. They definitely need deadheading at the moment. But that's good, that's fine, it won't take 5 minutes. I just go around and deadhead all of them, keeps them flowering and keeps it looking pretty. So next to the day bed, I decided to plant a jasmine. So we had to cut a piece of decking out and stretch down and put it into the ground. And we did that I think about 2 years ago, and it's taken really well. And I have to say, you sit on the daybed and it's flowering and it smells divine. It's just beautiful. So that's worked really well, and that's one of my favourite places to spend some time. So the driveway is just boring grey dull brick. So I got my husband to build me some pots this year, and I filled them with petunias, and I'm really pleased because suddenly the driveway that was just dull and boring is looking really pretty, really colourful. And just down the end here is my Christmas tree, which I've had now for about 3 or 4 years. It was rescued, somebody dumped it. It was quite tiny then. But yeah, every year, drag it around the front, put some lights on it, and it's doing really well. It never gets any taller because whoever had it topped out, which is a shame. But it looks happy and it looks healthy, and I love Christmas trees. So I hope you've enjoyed the cottage garden update. I will do another one because it changes all the time. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.